we're back in the game, and the game has started. It is Vikendi, match 4, last match for the day. Orange Rock Anto is just flying ahead. He's like, hey man, I don't need the airplane. I don't need the airplane. I'm good. He's got his own private helicopter. So here we go. Here we go, boys.
Yeah, the game does like to mess with us quite a lot by glitching out at times. I mean, I remember that one glitch at the end of Sandhawk where I thought it was Team Revenge who won the game, but then the game showed that it's Team AIM who came out on top. We eventually did find out it was Revenge who won indeed, and my eyes were not deceiving me. But speaking of deceiving people, UMEXRXN are dropping straight down in the Podvosto. I actually was expecting many more teams to go over here, but surprisingly, UMEXRXN will be unchallenged in Podvosto. FULLPWR taking control of Cosmodrome, which honestly was one of the places I expected many more teams to land. CELTZ safe in Peshkova, Insane taking Trenovo, and a lot of teams are still in the circle, so most of them won't have to rotate. And Rohin, are you seeing this? The circle is actually fair. Most of the times whenever we see the circle, it's half in the water with very less playroom available. This time there's quite a lot.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, this is a good circle to begin with, and a land circle is always a good circle. So I'm quite happy with this. At least we'll get to see some firefights, some forest fights. It is a lot of rotation for some of those teams which dropped on the far right side of the map. And already we've got Team AIMGAMING, Team ORB, and Team Initiative already in the same vicinity. Shots are starting to ring out in the distance. Let's see how this plays out. AIMGAMING, a very good team playing consistently. They're kind of in their groove right now. Do you think they're going to capitalize and actually take these shots? Oh my god, shots fired. Crips, let's hear that beautiful play-by-play. Here we go.
Here comes the Molotov. Surprisingly, Aditya is under the ladder, so he won't be getting affected by it. And another one, just for good measure. That's cool and all, but I'm concerned about Team 8. That's Team AIM, who have their players very far spread apart. Usually that would have been a good thing to do if you're in open ground, but spreading out in an urban fight could lead to a disaster. Either way, Aditya is smack in the center of dangerous territory as he's surrounded by multiple people of AIMGAMING. ORB, on the other hand, are relatively close by. So this team will have the advantage of trading with each other as the fight progresses. Tsunami has taken a nice position up on top, and I don't think Muse saw him. And as he tries to kill his teammate, Tsunami will cover him, and Muse will hit the ground. I think they might be able to finish him off too.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Muse right there. And it's not looking good for Team Initiative. No. I stand corrected. Christopher has managed to get... but Nerf Fairs is not allowing this to happen. As usual, teams pushing in. They're pushing in. They're not going to let this res happen. Team ORB making quick work of Team Initiative. Holy hell. They came, they saw, they conquered. Team ORB losing Ayush and Tsunami in the mix, but they still managed to wipe out Team Initiative. And now AIMGAMING in a very good position. 4v2. Team AIMGAMING is going to want to take this fight, right, Crips?
Definitely. They know both the players of ORB are inside that house. One little flashbang up on top should be enough to cover them all. But as they make their way up the stairs, this crossfire between ORB can be dangerous. But no, I take my words back. Nuff is instantly down. And Ducky eliminates them as if it was no tall task. They make it look so easy.
Ducky watching John Wick 1, 2, and 3 right before he jumped into this game. That was some really good gameplay from Ducky right there. AIMGAMING, I mean, just as I said before, AIMGAMING has been playing consistently well, and if anything, they just showed that they've improved. And this is probably going to be a good game for AIMGAMING. I hope I didn't jinx this for them, but I'm hoping, that they'll be able to keep this consistency, though that raw aim till the end of Vikendi.
Like I promised, Vikendi is one of those maps where you see action right from minute 1. It's hardly been 4 minutes in the game, and 2 teams are already eliminated. That does say something about the level of preparation these teams have done for each other. I'm actually surprised that AIMGAMING were the team that, stayed back and they tried the third party. It's usually they're the ones who go ahead and try to take the fights first. But this time they held their ground and they were rewarded for their patience.
Yeah. And here we go, Anto in the snowmobile. And we have Team Tamil, just driving by. Hopefully we can see a quick Orange Rock Team Tamil fight. But no, TT Spray decides he's not going to take this fight and he just drives off. They might have intel that Orange Rock is here right now, and hopefully we will see some combat. But I gotta say, Mavi, the man of the hour, the man of the day. We saw some interesting plays from Mavi. What do you think, Crips? How has Orange Rock been performing so far?
Well, they started off really well, but I kind of was disappointed about their performance in Miramar, and I was disappointed about that car crash as well. If it was at a higher speed, it would have taken away a lot of HP. But coming back to Orange Rock, so one thing that I would really like to point out about what they did in Miramar is they took control of two hills who have the two hills that have a really steep slope, and there was only one way to get in between those two hills. That's the valley, and they took complete control of it. It should have worked out for them, but because Mavi decided to not engage at the same time as his teammates, maybe there was a lack of communication. That's why Orange Rock, they did not do well in Miramar. Let's see if they learn from their mistakes and do not repeat them in Vikendi. And as I say that, the first circle starts to shrink. A lot of the teams now moving into position. Insane, as we say. That's one good thing about Vikendi. Some of the places you can cross the river right without waiting for any bridges. You can just walk onto the ice. Yes. And some parts of the river you will drown in.
Yeah, it is a very interesting map design. And by the way, a big shout out to all the viewers for supporting the stream and supporting PUBG Mobile Esports. Thank you so much for watching the English Desk. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. There is a link in the chat. And you can also follow us on Twitter so that you get all the latest news. Don't forget to tweet, retweet, and like us. And also, of course, follow us. And if you do enjoy the stream, if you do enjoy this content, do hit that subscribe button and that like button. That's just the YouTuber in me talking right there.
Yep, that's... I mean, the viewers are the real MVP here. It's because of those guys that this competitive mobile gaming scene has blown up so much in our country. I mean, don't get me wrong, esports in India did exist a long time ago, but because PUBG Mobile entered the scene, it blew up to a whole new level where everyone, and I mean not just the kids, I'm talking elder people, I'm talking old people, everyone now knows what esports in the country is, and I'm really proud of it. So it's not any of the teams, it's not any of the players who are the MVPs, it's you guys, it's the viewers who made all of this possible, so thank you.
TeamELVES, Snipu.
Yeah.
I gotta say, is it Snipu or is it Nipu? I think it's Nipu, because, yeah, it would be Nipu. So, yeah. The 14 killer like team. Yeah, I mean, I really wish we had like a list of the names so that we didn't butcher it on live stream. Like, seriously, guys, we're so sorry. I know a lot of you will rewatch the stream, you'll rewatch the gameplay, and you'll be like, what the hell are these classes talking about? That's not my name. We're so sorry for butchering your names. We really are. But hopefully, as we move forward with the PMCO matches, every day almost every day till the end of this month, you will be having our soothing voices telling you what's what in the PUBG Mobile esports scene in India. So don't miss it. Don't miss it.
I see what you did there.
My words.
It's okay. Happens to the best of us.
Yes. Kill me.
Best of us, JSL, the team who shined a lot in Sandhawk, now are shining once again as they continue to plummet TeamELVES with a lot of bullets. We did not see that action on our screen, but we did see it on the kill feed. They got multiple knocks, and there's a nice M249 up for grabs.
What do you think of the M249? I think it's a very difficult gun to handle in PUBG Mobile, for sure.
Yeah, but if you do manage to control it, it is insane. I think it's better than the AUG, especially in team fights, because you never have to reload.
Reload, yeah, exactly.
If, God forbid, you are in a car in front of a player with an M249, you can just say your prayers because you are gonna die. Weapons like the DP, the M249, the ones which have a lot of bullets in them, and the LMGs, these can tear the vehicles into shreds. And in a map like Vikendi, where vehicles are really relevant, the M249 is an extremely strong gun to have. Well, while I say that, UMEXRXN up on top of the hill. AIMGAMING are right underneath them, which is great because they won't be spotted from this distance. But I think Destro has just spotted the head of Zeus, and he's using TBP to get a perfect angle onto him. Now he's out in the open. This is the perfect chance for Destro to come out as in the face.
I'm not really sure what's happening because Destro did have an angle on him, and
yeah, he did.
It looks like AIMGAMING is now going to be quickly in a fight with UMEXRXN. A lot of shots are being fired, but not between AIMGAMING. It's Team Insane. UMEXRXN. No, sorry. It was UMEXRXN. I get confused sometimes with the the inclusion of the team names in the mountains.
Oh well, that wouldn't be the first time. It happens all the time. But yeah. that's what the whole game is about, right? Like, we are just the casters. We can see everything that's going on. But imagine if you're in the shoes of UMEXRXN and you have on one side AIM and on the other side you have Team Insane. You're going to be really confused as to which team to engage with first. So luckily we don't have to bear the burden that these players are facing. AIMGAMING engage with Team Insane. Shots don't connect, and Naruto will be able to make it away. But that was a good thing because now Naruto, he moves away, but he's made Rocky give up his position. Unfortunately, Naruto ran it right into the boot camp of TeamGenocide, and Naruto is a dead man. The anime character, who surprisingly has a lot of plot armor in the actual story, this time will be dying really, really soon.
I spot Otaku in the chat right now. Okay, we see Umamba sort of getting a beautiful nade on Ipman. Oh my god, that... I want to say Kobe. Rest in peace. But yeah, looks like AIMGAMING and Umamba right now in a fight. Bhishma, if I'm saying his name correctly, trying to get another nade in. Doesn't hit Ipman. And AIMGAMING needs to now push. Oh, looks like Ipman just getting shot from another angle. And all those nades have caught the attention of surrounding teams. Team Insane, if I'm not mistaken, is now peppering Ipman.
I mean, they were at the bottom, and even though they're not in any danger, they're still trying to make things difficult for Umamba and AIM, who are trying to finish each other off. Jester finally decides to take matter into his own hands and check out which team is over there. I think he has more pressing matters to attend to. AIMGAMING going down the mountainside will not be allowed to make an escape as Bhishma finally gets one more. This time it's Ducky who hits the ground. Luckily, he has a teammate right beside him and a building to take cover of, so he's not in imminent danger.
I stand corrected. I mean, AIMGAMING has such a couple of brilliant games, and it looks like they're shitting the bed right now with so many knocks. It looks like they're going to have to heal themselves and get out of there. That's just not a position that they're able to defend. And Umamba keeping the pressure on them with the verticality. You know, Bhishma knows that they're there. He's trying to get an angle. And now we have the map. Take it away, Crips.
Well, we did see before the map popped up, CELTZ was also in the fray. They were trying to land a couple of shots onto Team AIM, but that doesn't really matter for now because AIM is safe. The next circle pops, and surprisingly, it doesn't change much. Most of the teams are still in the circle, so they are all playing in and around Gorka. 7Cs and 0 degrees a bit close to each other. Meanwhile, Orange Rock have a nice hill setup, which gives them 360-degree view. Should allow them to take a look at Team Power as well, who are slowly but surely getting really close to Team 0 degrees. And we're back to the northern edges of Gorka, where AIM, who did win the early fights and eliminated 2 teams, are still having quite a lot of advantages. They have 3 players still alive, and I'm assuming that because they're still in Gorka, they can loot up more. But now they know that CELTZ are approaching them from the other side, and Rox is out in the open. But no, how on earth did Rox manage to knock out Ipman? He had the angle onto him, but Rox, with great reflexes, knocks him out first. That's a good engagement for CELTZ, and that's a brilliant start.
And that's why you don't full body peek Ipman paying. Oh no, CELTZ Rock gets Ducky as Ducky tries to rotate, and they toss him brutally into the floor. They are not messing around. CELTZ Rock, Team CELTZ is now looking for surrounding areas, trying to find AIMGAMING. Ipman knocked as well. It is up to Zeus. Where is Zeus? And that is the question. Zeus is far away. He will not be able to make it to his teammate, and it looks like Zeus has taken the decision to leave Ipman behind as Team CELTZ finishes them off. Now it's about Zeus playing position here. And that's kind of the problem, right, Crips? When your entire team gets wiped out, he just pops a couple of painkillers to deal with the pain of losing his entire team. Sad reacts only in the chat, boys.
I don't think AIMGAMING should be that sad. They got plenty of points right at the start of the game, which is not that disappointing, and they still have a chance of getting more because Zeus is still in here. Now, CELTZ are desperately hunting for Zeus. They know that one of the players is still alive. So, even though they were first engaging with Umamba first, AIM decided to just fall back into the city of Gorka, where they would have been safe if CELTZ did not push. And Umamba is now looking on towards the city of Gorka as well. So, if somehow Zeus is able to stay hidden and get Umamba and CELTZ to fight each other, that's going to be the best case scenario for that man.
Well, yeah, I definitely agree with you right there. Team CELTZ, as always, has been playing kind of decently. I mean, they've had a good couple of games. They've not been able to cultivate their initial momentum into like decent kills later on, but hopefully Vikendi would be a change of pace for them. And Zeus is just third person peeking them. He's just lying low as Team CELTZ, like a bunch of beagles. Hint, hint. I have a beagle at home. A bunch of beagles trying to sniff out Zeus from this little location here. Oh! Did CELTZ see some movement? I think he did.
Yes, they did. They definitely did. They've snipped out Umamba. But let's see if they are only satisfied with sniffing or they actually want to bite and bark them out.
Did you say sniffing? You said sniffing.
That's what's wrong with sniffing.
I just love that word. That's it.
Okay, then.
Yeah, it's just it's just one of those things that when you have a lot of dogs and they're always sniffing, it's just, you know, never mind. Moving on. professional casting right here. All right, let's look at the circle here. We've got 7Cs or North, Full Power also in the North, and Orange Rock also kind of North center. JSL knocking Sonic in the kill feed. We heard the shots in the distance, and let's see what JSL's up to. JSL, all 4 people alive and well-to-do. We've only lost 2 teams so far. 16 teams, remember, viewers. It's 14 teams left. Surya OP, we got a couple of nice kills from JSL in the previous matches. I believe it was Sandhawk, if I'm not mistaken. What are your thoughts on JSL so far? Let's fly.
What I think about them in this game is very similar to what I thought about them in Sandhawk as well. So they're on the southern edge of Goraka, across the frozen river, which means they can stay holed up there forever and ever, and no team will ever come close to them. If any team decides to fight them, that's going to be a clear suicide. So for that matter, GSL have a good position, which is great. It's something that they did in Sandhawk as well. If you remember, in Sandhawk, Power Gaming were the ones who had the high ground. But GSL, they stood behind a rock and they managed to individually make Power Gaming make mistakes and turned a 2 versus 4 fight into 4 separate 2v1 fights, which gave them the advantage of
Okay, we've got 7Cs throwing a molly at Orange Rock. Final boss, and the shots are being fired. Final boss spraying down, not getting much as John takes a big chunk of health. 7Cs setting a position, trying to push in. Daljit watching the circle. Oh, he sees 7Cs 420, and he gets a knock. Unfortunately, our feed is a little damaged right now. We will try to figure this out. Back to you.
Well, final boss and Viru standing outside the house now know that they cannot enter the house without throwing in a bunch of utility. Daljit and John have a really good crossfire setup where they should be able to cover each other. If they do realize that John is on the bottom floor, they should be able to take engagements. But Mavi engages first. He gets a knock on the Zigsaw, and he will finish him off as well. It's Anto. They tag team each other, and they get one more 7Cs member out of the picture. All 4 players of Orange Rock still alive. Meanwhile, 7Cs keep losing players. Viru knows exactly where Mavi is, but he can't do much about it. He doesn't have the cover to go ahead to the other side of the house. Daljit and John staying at the edges of this house know exactly where 7Cs are, and they can jump out at any time to finish them off, but they do manage to get the knock onto Viru. It's just 1 man left, and the smoke will not save Viru whatsoever. Down to 1. And what can Final Boss possibly do? Will he actually transition and become the final boss of the video game and pull off this 4 versus 1? I don't really think so. I guess the best case scenario that he can do at this point is somehow get away, but I don't think Orange Rock will allow him to do so. They've engaged with him. They do quite a lot of damage as well, and he has some time to heal himself before Orange Rock finally collapses upon him.
This was quite a wipe. Oh, that nade! And he's done. He's done. Orange Rock making quick work of 7Cs. And that's how you do it. And that's how you don't do it. Orange Rock proving time and again that they are not a team to be trifled with. We do apologize for the display issues that we were just having. Technicians have managed to fix it. And we're back on schedule. What did I miss, Crips?
So GSL finally decided to get out of their holes, and they are now engaging in the city of Gorka. CELTZ now taking fights with the Rip Squad. They do manage to get a couple of knocks, but CELTZ continue to pepper them down. Rip Squad, Rapsaw, the man who I failed to pronounce the name previously, does hit one back, but he will be instantly traded by Atanki. Meanwhile, while all that is happening, JSL enter the fray, and now they're trying to third party onto Rip Squad. This is devastating. JSL will be able to completely finish off Rip Squad, and once again, they win because of amazing positions. But what am I seeing? CELTZ lost quite a lot of players, and now they are getting surrounded by JSL. While I say that, Bhishma comes into the fray, and he gets the knock onto Fiyaz. He has just managed to save CELTZ for some time by taking the fights with JSL right now. And as all of the teammates of JSL converge upon that one rock, the smoke will start to dissipate anytime soon. And JSL, Robin God throws in another one to keep them out of the line of sight of the prying eyes of their enemies. They just bought themselves a little more time, but they are surrounded by Team Raven TT on the left side and Yumama on top. Surprisingly, Yumama are playing central, even though the circle is super small and there's just one hill in the compound.
Yeah, I think Yumama has a great position right now, and oh my God, Bhishma not messing around, taking Glaive out of the picture here. This is not looking good for JSL, as they really need to count their blessings that they still got 2 players alive, and they get a nade on CELTZ Rock. Mavi knocking power players left, right, and center. Look at that spray down. Even Team Genocide. Oh my God, that glitch, that car glitch. Team Genocide just losing one of their vehicles to the beautiful car glitch that we all face time and again. And Team Insane also spread out. I'm not really sure what's happening here. Mamba in a very good position. Team Genocide moving in to the circle, arming their SMs with smokes as they get sprayed down, and the camera just shifted, and we've got CELTZ also dealing with AIM? Zeus? Do they know he's there, or they're just smoking themselves in? Oh, no.
Wait,
no.
What? Zeus is still alive?
Zeus is still alive. I think you just jinxed it for him.
Oh no, that's gonna be unfortunate. But Mavi is on absolute fire. He's getting so many kills. He got 3 knocks onto Team Power. Now he must knock 1 more player from some other team. CELTZ realized that they're lucky, that their days are numbered, and they decided to just back away. Raven TT take the engagement, and Yuma step into the fray as they manage to catch Robin God in transition. While I say that, Tempest from Insane takes a knock. That's surprising. I thought Insane was very far away from the action.
And Bhishma thirsting left, right, and center. That is Team Tamil, unfortunately, almost out of the picture. Team Genocide also finishing off Insane. One player left for Insane as Team Genocide tries to literally commit genocide. Haha, that's a joke. Team Cells pushing forward, falling back. Not really sure what MJ is trying to do there. The nades are being thrown and these players are just trying to get an angle. Kiki with the position with the G36 on Team Genocide, giving them pain and suffering all the way from the top of his vantage point. This is looking very good for you, Mamba. Crips, back to you.
It's looking even better for Bhishma because he's already on his 5th kill of the game. That's going to be massive from him. CELTZ once again strike, and this time they're taking engagement to Raven, who were not already for them. Bhishma continues to get so many kills. He's on his 6th one already. And he gets one more to Manti. A double kill. Are you actually kidding me? Bhishma is on fire. How is he doing this? He's away from his team.
Everybody spam Bhishma in chat.
Yes, please do.
I got
to see more action from this man.
You Mamba back in the game. They've had a tough couple of games, but they are showing that if they have the position, if they have the loot, they can definitely cultivate that into a couple of kills. Their body count is rising. Orange Rock on the far left, not really pushing in as much as they should, slowly rotating in, and then we have 0 degree at the edge of the circle. We've got Orange Rock, Mavi, possibly having an angle on Surya. Surya needs to do something. They're not in a very good position right now, and of course we have CELTZ also edging into the smokes that they've placed, trying to set up their push into the last circle as well. We've got Mamba comfortable in a position where they really don't have to worry about too much, and CELTZ pushing in with his car. We have to worry about Mr. Spray as, yes, Team Tamil sprays and they destroy him with the car. Oh my god.
That's
Team Tamil going away in a fiery wreck. That is just sad. But Ash Gamer exploding Mavi. Oh my god, Orange Rock is now in trouble. Meanwhile, as finishing off Surya. That's about it. He's done for. It's not looking good for Team JSL. Whoa. JSL, oh my god, Robin God getting 2 knocks, not letting Team CELTZ push them. It is Fayaz and Robin versus 2 players from Team CELTZ. What is happening?
That's just incredible. I love the approach from Orange Rock. They were trying to send Mavi on a reconnaissance mission to gather information on the 0 degree, but then Mavi fell back. And surprisingly, because of that, 0 degree Team Marcos are allowed to creep up on the slope, undetected by anybody. And Bhishma, I wanted to say this before, but I just didn't have the chance to. Bhishma is so far away from his team, and he's been playing that the entire damn game. Mumba focus on the northern edge. Meanwhile, Bhishma continues to keep teams coming in from Gorkha. And once again, Bhishma might just be in a great position to take down Team CELTZ and the remaining players of JSL.
And now the circle's moved, and it is towards Team 20, that is Team Genocide, whereas the rest of the teams will have to slowly rotate. JSL not rotate as much as they have to, but it's not looking good for Marcos Gaming on the screen here right now. Marcos Gaming, Surya, they all have to do a long rotate. Even Mamba starting to think about rotating. Destro must have heard Pansing on the far left of the screen right there, and Destro's obviously going to be a little bit suspicious of those telegraphs that Pansing and gang are doing.
Oh, this is brilliant. Instead of going straight towards Mumba, they decided to go straight into Orange Rock. They probably weren't ready for this, but it's a much safer option. The dude decides to re-engage. No, this is bad. He's fighting 2 teams at once. That shouldn't really be happening. They have a little bit of cover, but the play zone is going to push them in really, really soon.
That was a horrible move, unfortunately, for Marcos Gaming. They lost 2 players in that rotate, and unfortunately, they are at a 2-man disadvantage. Oh, CELTZ sprays down Bhishma, but he gets traded. Bhishma still pretty much in the game. Oh my god. The dude also on fire. Now it is Marcos Gaming versus Orange Rock, and they destroyed him. What a beautiful show off of prowess, skill, and he dies to the safe zone, the blue zone.
That's just unfortunate. CELTZ somehow are still alive in this game. The team who were most likely to get knocked out are alive and taking even more players, as he just managed to get 2 knocks consecutively. He's covering up for what Bhishma did the entire game, and now he's stepping up. But they're outside CELTZ. They need to move in quickly. Robin God, he's knocked out in the center of the game. I don't think he's going to be able to get revived by his teammates.
Even Fairs, his other teammates getting chunked pretty harshly by the blue zone, and it doesn't look like Team CELTZ. Is he trying to do a heal off here? Is he trying to actually heal off? He's got the first aid. He's got 10 first aids and a med kit, and I guess he's trying to play for position here because there's not much else he can do. Fayaz is also in the blue zone trying to heal himself. We've got 2 teams healing off in the blues as Ash Gamer manages to get Fayaz. as he drops to the play zone. Bhishma manages to trade on AshGamer. This is looking pretty good for UMAMBA, as all 4 players looking strong and healthy, and we've got TeamGenocide with 3 players just having lost AshGamer. Where is our Team 12 player? CELTZ still healing off. He's just hoping that he can maybe sneak into second place and finally dies to the red zone, play zone. My bad. CELTZ coming in third place. Yeah, he did what he could, and he really bought that position for his team. It is a team 4v3 here. Destro peaking too harshly and paying the price for it is up to XDD. XDD, what a beautiful play on Bhishma, but he gets traded by Gobe and Noob trades him in return. Oh my god, Kiki, do you love me? Yes, he does. And GG, well played. That is the match, and it is team, unfortunately, UMAMA couldn't convert it.